How do we know it's recording?
It's recording because at the bottom right where it reads rec, it's coming up.
Alright, I'll change it to...
Celtic cross. Okay, so now I'm gonna explain the question. There's this black magic group composed mostly of boys and young men that have taken as their goal the sabotaging of relations and the attempts to get into relationships of other selves. And they are and have for a very long time been targeting me as well. And I notice that a fairly large amount of my life mistakes are because this group has influenced me. They want to keep my women challenging and interesting, which is completely opposite to what I want. I don't go for the challenging type. I want a steady, calm, easy girlfriend. Like everybody who knows me knows this. I want the belle dandy, as they say. I don't want the difficult one. And I'm going to be emptying my mind. I'm going to be telling all of my male guides to step away from me. Every man, boy, infant of male gender, every one of those to take a step away from me and disconnect completely from my energies. And I'm going to be using military force to make sure that they disconnect from me so that everybody's actually disconnected from my energies and can't take benefit from me and can't say that I'm in their energy and can't benefit from me in any way. And after that is done, I'm going to ask all the women except those women that have a loving relationship with me, who have had love for me at some point and whom I've had love for at some point, to remain. Those women are going to form a council which allows the men and women to enter as they please, back into the group at the pleasing of the council of those women that have loved me. And every single male and man, basically every single male gendered person, will be pushed out of my field for the duration, and they can then try to reapply to get into my field. And basically this is in many regards considered an act of war, because even though I only punched a spirit, 2 spirits indeed, I only punched them. Now I'm using military force to make sure that they don't approach me or benefit from me. As soon as I punched those 2 spirits, I got the mind crisis in the Gulf of Oman, so this may trigger a war, and I want to know what will happen in the world if I go through with this. What will happen if I attack the black magic group? That is my question.
Okay, should I do outcome if?
Whatever fits the thing. The text bar is fairly small.
If you want to put cyan or Aki?
Either's fine.
Cyan, I guess. The black, I can't fit the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
What if cyan attacks?
There we go. And I'm trusting you to do a good interpretation.
I'll try. I'm connecting with the Taro master.
Yeah. You get to pick the cards.
This is hard. I feel like both cards. Let's see. Probably this one. It feels a little bit higher vibration. That was the outcome card I was trying to pick. I don't know how it's going to show up.
Very interesting cards. Death.
Death is transformation.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's right there. I still haven't learned what all positions are, but let's find out. The Pappas. First card, the situation as it is now. The Pappas. The card is about fidelity, constancy, stability, but also dumbness and endurance. The card is well dignified. This means its neighbor card strength and meanings, the divinatory meanings are the same as those of the moon in astrology. Fluctuation, reaction, change, alternation, increase or decrease, instability, secrets, things hidden in the unrevealed future. There was a reinforcing card pair with Four of Swords. This means resting quietly, storing energy. So, but another reading for the moon is fear.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm sensing there's maybe a little bit of fear or uncertainty. The unrevealed future. Change. And this is a feminine card. So yeah, you're bringing a strong spiritual feminine energy into this.
Mm-hmm.
And it says you're resting too, so you're just waiting to make your strike or whatever, like you said. So that's good for that one. So is that kind of clear?
That clears something.
The second card shows the current obstacles or oppositions you're dealing with. Swords, that's like a military card. Four of Swords, the card's about retiring from the world, solitude, meditation, and economy. The card is well dignified. This means rest from sorrow, yet after and through it, relief from anxiety, restlessness, quietness, change for the better, success in legal affairs, association with others in mercurial pursuits, strong mental attraction to the person of the opposite sex, activity in writing or short journeys. Well, these are obstacles, though, so probably these are things you can do. Maybe writing about how you want it to manifest.
Mm-hmm.
I would write maybe a little short story or something, a page or something, saying this is the way I want it to go. This is what I want to do. That way, you have it in front of you. And
I've been thinking of doing that before I ordered the strike.
And then maybe you'll channel some clear information, do some automatic writing or something. Quietness, yeah, this is the calm before the storm. So right now right now is a good place because you said you've had some problems from them, but right now it seems like there's some peace right now.
Mm-hmm. Peace to think. I've been acting so aggressively that they're backing off for a moment, but they almost always come back very strong.
I don't know much about Mercury, how that affects things.
Mercurial pursuits probably means wealth. I think mercurial often means wealth, but it also means like human related. Mercurial. It's commonly called Mercurians are the only form of vampires that can enjoy sex, for example, as far as I know of.
Oh, okay.
Not sure though.
Nine of Cups. Cups is spirituality, I think, as far as how full you are of.
Sorry, it's not the only form of vampires that can do that. I just remembered that there's at least two groups.
The third card shows the root of the issues you're dealing with. The card's about happiness, contentment, the fulfillment of wishes. This card is well dignified. This means complete realization of desires, almost perfect pleasure and happiness, wishes fulfilled. It sounds like you would be totally fulfilled if you found peace or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If your final card's a cups too, it's like more cups.
Mm-hmm. 10 of Cups.
So that seems like that's an ultimate fulfillment in some ways, but we'll get there when we get there. Queen of Staves reversed.
I think reversed is usually the opposite of what reads in the card, but it's your call.
Yeah, instead of less, and
It gives the deck more like fluidity.
The 4 card shows the past, what had happened that led you to this position. Queen of Staves. The card is about a woman of economic habits, wealthy or desiring wealth, moods, changes of taste. This card is well identified. This means a kind and generous woman, but resolute in the face of opposition. Strongly psychic and intuitive, but practical in applying her psychic gifts. Intense, magnetic, friendly to the querent, and favorable to the success and business of the querent. Shows your past. Have you been calling on a higher power to help you?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I see, but this is reversed, so
I don't know, it's up to you. It feels like it's lesser importance instead of reversed importance, but I don't know. I really don't know because it's your reading. You usually take them as lesser important instead of reversed.
I don't play reverses
Uh-huh.
because there's enough shadow in the cards to not need reverses.
Yeah.
That's what the lady in the tarot course I'm taking says.
Okay.
So that's well dignified. So I think yours have been well dignified pretty much.
Uh-huh.
But strongly psychic and intuitive. So you've really relied on your psychic gifts.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if manipulating platoons and stuff to do things, that's been pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Wheel of Fortune, interesting. The 5th card shows your feelings about the situation. The card is about karma, the fruits of former thoughts. The card is well dignified. This means good fortune, a turn for the better, happiness. When questions where the querent is beset by doubts, uncertainties, the solution of those difficulties. So you feel that by doing this attacking, you're going to find a resolution.
Mm-hmm. I strongly feel that.
But there's that thing of karma too. You're concerned about that.
Mm-hmm.
And different species here too. So there may be some alien involvement too. You got to read by what the pictures. You can go by what the pictures, symbology of the cards, and instead of literal meanings too. But I see different species here. So it's possible part of that black magic group could be alien too.
Wouldn't surprise me. I had when I was practicing, basically watching my military things when I came here, before I came here with the reading thing, I saw the air combat simulation, and the guy was really, really hard pressed to defeat the enemy. It was really hard combat, and they were like, we almost lost that one on the radio, and it was the final simulation before I do the strike. And the simulation is telling me that it's a very close call, that they could actually lose it, and end up doing like a military defeat for my side.
This one says good fortune, though. I see Wheel of Fortune as a kind of a game with chance.
Mm-hmm.
But this is your feelings about it. So you have a degree of from the other cards. You have a degree of uncertainty, but you feel pretty good about your decision.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you feel about the situation. King of Coins. The 6th card shows the next important event about this issue in the near future. King of Coins. This card is about a good, noble, and honest man in an influential position whom you may trust. I always say that one you may trust could be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be somebody else. This card is well dignified. It means a dark man, friendly to querent, practical, steady, reliable, good at practical application, things prosper and increase under his direction, slow to anger but furious when aroused. I don't know if we take that dark man literally. Is there dark-skinned people in your game, Masters?
Yeah, there are. This, to me, feels like the military. It feels like a, dark man friendly to the current. square and good, noble, honest man in an influential position. It feels like the military, but I could be wrong. It's not my reading.
The most important event, let me see. He looks like a foreigner, so you may look into foreign affairs.
Mhm.
King of Coins. That's financial. Maybe the countries you're supporting.
Yeah.
Kind of reevaluate how you're supporting other countries and stuff. So in the game or whatever.
Yeah, they told me that the disproportionate response would be denying foreign aid to a country. That this, what I'm doing here, is a proportional response.
Seventh card shows how you view yourself on your strengths, what you can rely on. Death. This card is about death, transformation, and passage from lower to higher. This card is ill-dignified. This means that its neighbor cards weaken it. Meanings time, age, sudden change, wholly unexpected. For material, what you rely on, yourself or your strengths. As a rule, it is a symbol of death. Either the death of a person or failure of a project. But yeah, you mentioned that people may die in this.
Mm-hmm.
Your strengths. Let's see what I'm getting here. I don't see it as a bad thing. I see that this will move you to the next level.
Mm-hmm. Seems like what I feel as well.
Oh, the sun. The card shows the external forces that surround you. That's powerful there. The sun gives life. The card about positive or masculine events in general, the power and function of the will. This card is well dignified. This means its neighbor cards strengthen it, meanings in material questions it's usually good, signifying gain, glory, or riches. In general, it corresponds to the solar influence in astrology. When they're surrounded by very evil cards, it may mean vanity, arrogance. No, the sun is like a source. It's like a source of your energy there, or of what you're doing, and it goes back to. I feel it works with that working on foreign aid or whatever.
Mm.
That other card. So you may not be in this alone. I see two people, so you may have somebody helping you.
Mm.
And well, these are young ones, so they're probably pretty innocent or whatever. Somebody with good intentions, it seems like, is going to be helping you.
Very interesting.
Six of Sticks. It shows your hopes and fears. It shows what you expect to happen. The card is about exacting academic knowledge, efficacy, work, and practical solution to problems. This card is well identified. This means its neighbor cards strengthen it, meaning success, happiness, gain through love, affairs, or by opposite sex, pleasure, and labor, gain after a period of uncertainty or competition. You expect it's going to increase, it's going to improve your relationships, don't you?
Mm-hmm. I expect that.
And those look like musical instruments to me, so I'm thinking it's going to increase your love for music too.
That would be nice.
Maybe find more subtle love of music or something. But what is this one? Is it 10? 10 of Cups. The final outcome shows the ultimate outcome of the situation if you continue on the same path. This is the one I couldn't decide between one card and another, barely. But we got this one, so.
Mm-hmm.
This card is about living wisely, being at ease, feeling safe. This card is ill-dignified, means in spiritual questions, danger from psychism, probability of being injured mentally through unwise attempts at meditation. So there's going to be some risk there.
Mm-hmm.
It's 100% ill-dignified, so. I think your relationships will get better. You'll have a love for music, but you may hurt yourself in some ways.
I feel I will most likely hurt myself in some ways. Anytime I try to limit freedom for other people, I do end up hurting myself. But this feels like it has to be done. It's hard to put into words, but it feels like it has to be done. So I feel the living wisely part, but I'm very aware of, the danger of going too deep into meditation and awakening evilness again.
Yeah.
I feel that very strongly.
So that's all the cards there, but is there any we need to summarize?
Nah, it's good. I'm gonna switch straight into masters and not pause the recording.
Okay. I'll let you take over then.
Okay.
Here's your bottle of water.
Yeah, I should have brought my energy drink with me. Crashed. Can I close all these things?
Yeah. You gotta log it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Log into my account.
Steam is open already, isn't it? Oh.
Yeah, it was. I didn't notice it. Let's hope I got my password right. There we go. And it's still saying I get these gifts even though I accepted them a long time ago. No. No, I need to send a message to them. I'll probably do it after I'm done doing this. There we go. Told you to go away. And they can see my key code there. Hope nobody tries to hack through me and use my key code.
It's already in use, so they probably can't.
Yeah. If they do, I'll inform the company that somebody stole it.
So you feel good about this?
Mm-hmm. Has to be done.
You didn't get any nightmare cards, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this will make you friends with other countries.
Mm-hmm. It's possible that it'll improve my standing because I'm very open to negative information, and it's been told before. Doing this may harden my stance somewhat, but it's probably a good idea. go. Development rate is now at 0.7%. I've been debating who to assassinate or who to target with this thing. With, like I explained while doing the Taro reading, I've been pondering who to properly target because it's not really directed at my best friend or my doctor, and none of the other family members or close relatives are like a suitable target for this. So I've been thinking of striking against the Brotherhood of Lucifer, or the basically black magic circle in its form. But they aren't really responsible for this thing as far as I understand, but they are the closest true form to what I'm describing. They are like the weird audio pop there. They are responsible for what their religion does, and this is clearly a black magic attack, so I'm gonna organize a meeting with both my astrologer and the black magic guy.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Everybody's complaining that I cut their foreign aid, but that's because they have nuclear weapons. When you have nuclear weapons, you don't deserve foreign aid. That's just the way I feel.
You're so...
Will increase the wages, but will also do this.
Cut the deck with your left hand. Thanks. Now I cut, I deal, spread out. That's it. Now we can begin. Jack of spades. Stings when tickled. A courtier, no doubt. A cunning mind. Not the enemy, but the devil, disguised as... a name is appearing. Right, that's all for today. And now, if you have no objections, I would like to read your bank card. Thank you.
Our agent...
The bill has been...
No thanks. Do you think it's... It's morally impossible for me to risk... Yes. Deception.
So I think I need to order the assassination
The march has...
now. So this is the military strike against
the march has...
basically the
business...
black magic circle that's been annoying me for some time now. So here we go. Let's hope there isn't a global war because of this.
For I'll give you a
The target is in position and under surveillance 24/7. Data collected by our agents will be regularly updated into the synthesis report that you will be able to review on file from now on. Good reading!
Well, that about explains it. The Lucifer guru is century ecologist, no interest in politics, feeling with regard to the head of state, blind hatred, greedy, cunning, deceitful character, emblematic figure, very charismatic personality, feeling depressed, seriously sick, development of investigation, tough target under high protection. That explains a lot.
Our agent
the demonstration. The party.
As I The
We are in a dead end. The country's on the edge of the... We are in a dead end.
The movement.
As
Hello? I am at the central square.
the target schedule changes continually and unilaterally. In absolute tendency, Bernstein method, this means that the subject prefers reassuring its hygiene in an equivalent proportion or higher to 7.19, Lem's ladder. Good. To cut to the chase, our men blew it. The target had a narrow escape, but it's still alive. Ahem. On the other hand, thanks to a 9-point luck factor, it was a blunder that no one should be able to trace back to us. The theory...
No resp...
But are you crazy?
You know me. You know me.
I'm going... The funeral will take...
Gates Foundation leader died and I'm participating in the funeral. Oh, running out of space in elementary schools still. Okay, let's make more elementary schools.
The target schedule.
Vietnam authorities tried to blow up some of our industry, but their agents got caught. First time I've played this game that has ever happened.
I'm listening carefully. How much would this aid amount to? How kind...
I have. The target. The agent in charge of elimination missed his target. Our agents that have. The agent in charge of elimination. As I predicted, we have a problem. My source. The agent.
This is a very hard target. It's taking a lot of work to bring it down.
We have a problem.
The bill
You were.
Baltic Council and
You were
Nordic
elected,
Council
thank-
both threw me out.
We have a problem. My sources... Our...
But are you...
You know me.
Our...
Good morning. Sure.
The current...
Honestly, have you...
We have a problem.
I...
Our fiscal performance in the last quarter is poor and shows a deficit, which
The funeral...
What's the po-
We have a problem. Our agents... Our agents... As I... Our agent... Our scientific cell infiltrated an important research center. According to the information... As I... Ahem.
What is this dark tale? I know that look. So this is the way you intend to run the country and set an example? Well, let me tell you, if you are guilty, don't count on me to get you out of this. When I think that I voted for you.
The This person is at risk of a scandal. The thing I have just counted.
I'm listening carefully. How much? How?
The intervention took place with the greatest success. Speed, skillfulness, effectiveness. The likelihood of it resurfacing one day is less than function x minus 4 times y minus 2t, since the evidence vanished into thin air. The target
The funeral?
Many.
The agent in We have a problem. Our agents
This is taking forever. Such a hard nut to crack.
That black magic group's powerful.
Yeah. They have
We
very
have a
good
problem.
defense. The parliament hasn't deposed me for failing to assassinate them yet, though they keep catching my assassination attempts, so they're like, we will depose you, and then they do nothing. So they're basically on my side.
You know me.
As I The target We have a problem.
You can't just stay.
But are you?
The target
Who does it send in when you try to assassinate?
Sends a random agent in, and then they must
going
often fail. At least that's what's been
The
happening
funeral
to me.
will take place next.
Nuclear weapon commander died.
What is this?
The agent... The operation is
There we
finished.
go. Now he died.
Don't get me wrong, this kind of
sacrifice all those
removal is
guys?
very delicate
Yeah.
to undertake,
They all died?
Yeah,
and
that's
its
military
results
life for
rarely
you.
go unnoticed. In almost 86.4% of the cases, to be precise, according
did
to
he
a
kill him?
modeling based on Baxter's
How did
algorithm.
he kill him?
They don't say.
Also, if you want to repeat the operation, I think that it would be better to wait until the whole thing has settled down.
Fucking finally. Fucker was tough. Let's fast forward a little bit. And now I have 20 nuclear power plants. That's a huge amount for a country the size of Finland. Then again, I have the economy of...
The funeral?
I have the economy size of basically the US. Yeah, my economy is 3,648 billion. China's is 5,432 and the United States is 6,059. I'm like half of what the USA is, but my economy is growing at like over 100% of GDP growth per year. That's because my tax policy is so gosh darn successful.
The bill has...
I'm gonna play until the end of this month and then until whatever sit-in happens to be or protest happens to be going on until it dies down. Then I'm gonna save and upload. That was a hard battle.
I must...
We have a problem.
Our fiscal...
Do you...
Good morning. Sure.
Our agent...
The funeral will take place next
Prime
week.
Minister died. Based on what I'm seeing here, we can expect a military response. Somebody trying to blow up.
Do you
our
wish to
interests
send in the army
worldwide.
to disperse the demonstrators?
the city is blowing over and all seems safe.
The funeral will take place next
Famous
week.
actor died.
As I...
We are in a dead end.
The strikers were ordered back to work.
Hello?
Now I only have to wait for the strike to be over. If a new sit-in starts, I
It would
won't wait for it to end. I'll say them quit.
But are you crazy?
You know me.
I'm going to forget for.
Yeah, one more and then we're complete. There we go. That was a very hard nut to crack, but definitely feels worth it. We have some military-style defenses.
I guess each time you send a new one in, they're more experienced.
Yeah, I think. And besides, if you are like a state trying to kill an individual in your country, you'll most often succeed at it.
He was in your country?
Yeah, he was the leader of the Luciferian church in my country. That is who I decided is the best target. His like symbolic power of the situation is basically like the leader of the black magic group, even though officially he's probably not the same guy, but it felt more appropriate than attacking my friend, you know?
Yeah.
So this should probably be complete now, and I can upload it and people can gawk, and I can go see the news to see if my actions had a global impact. So that's about it. Last time we had 2 oil tankers when I punched those 2 guys, and I explained in the Taro part of this video the entire thing on what I want to happen, that I don't want the person to actually die, but I want to go through the entire procedure. So that's that. We'll see you later, guys. Bye.